Through the tube, we pump both balloons. One bigger than the other. Fix the dispensers in the non-venting position. Now, let's combine the balls into one by connecting the tube. Let's open the way for the air and see what happens. The bigger balloon takes the air out of the smaller one. Admit it, you're surprised too. When repeating the experiment, the result is the same. The bigger ball will always only grow, and the smaller one will always deflate. Now, we need a fresh orange peel, from which citrus oils can still be squeezed out. Let's sprinkle these oils on a well-inflated balloon and see what happens. The balloon burst. Wow! Let's take a needle and let's pierce the first balloon. And now the second one. The balloon still bursts with the delay, so what is the secret? It's all about the usual tape. Cut off a small piece of tape and stick it to the surface of the balloon. Now, after the puncture, just for a while, the tape protects the balloon from the bursting. And now let's do it again. We pierce the ball, wait a little bit more than a second, boom! Now, we have a board with the sharp nail on the table. Hit it with the balloon and bam! But what if there are a lot of nails? No matter how much we knock the balloons on the nails, it does not burst. You can even just press it against them. Or even put a board on top and lean it on it with your whole body. It just doesn't care. Here, the pressure was too much. Let's take the neck of a bottle and glue it to the CD with a glue gun. Now, pull a well-inflated balloon over the neck. We fix everything tightly and release the structure. It begins to slide on the surface of the table. And with a little slight push, you can set any direction until the balloon runs out of air. Incredible, isn't it? This time, a little magic. We will show you little telekinetic abilities. The balloon inside the bottle will deflate at my command as soon as I squeeze my hand. It seems like I'm squeezing it. Do you want to know what the secret is? To begin with, put the balloon in the bottle and pull it over its neck. Now, let's make a small hole in the bottom. Inflate the balloon, covering the hole with your finger. And once you release the hole, the ball will immediately begin to deflate. What a trick! And here's another trick for you. Watch out for that air bubble. I'm going to grab it, and now put it back in place with a little light movement. Not impressed? What if I eat it? Even after that, I can put it back. You think it's in your hands? I can just spit it out. Well, now I'll show you what the secret is. Take the long balloon and stretch it well in two places. Now let's add some air. Spin the ball. Now, if we click on this air bubble, it will immediately move to the middle, and then back again. That's the whole secret. And here's an incredible new trick. Now I'm gonna swallow this balloon. Don't you believe me? Just watch. The main thing to do, everything is smoothly, and let the balloon disappear in my mouth. Well, there are no problems with the remaining tail. What? It's delicious. Do you want to know how I did it? To begin with, pump the balloon, leaving a small tail. Tie it, and make a small hole, and that's the whole secret. If it seems to you that the air does not weigh anything, the balloon will help me demonstrate the opposite. Take a suspended stick and attach two identical balloons on both ends of it. Loosen the fastening one of them as the air gradually leaves it. Now, you can observe how our improvised scales are gradually leaning towards a more inflated balloon, which means that the air still weighs something. For the next experiment, we will need a dry pipe cleaner, water, and aluminum. We're conducting this experiment outdoors to avoid inhaling dangerous fumes. We put a balloon on the neck of the flask, and with the beginning of the chemical reaction, it will quickly begin to fill with gas. Let's tie the balloon, which is lighter than air. Let's fill a few more balloons and move on to the key part of our experiment. Let's take an ordinary apple and a large magnet. Of course, the magnet does not affect the apple in any way. But what if you put two apples on a wooden stick and balance them in the air? Now, you can see that the magnet still causes small fluctuations in the apple. It seems that there really is a lot of iron in this fruit. This trick is also great with grapes. Who would have thought that fruits and berries can be magnetic? We will install the magnet on the stand and take a couple of needles on a thread. As you can see, they immediately begin to reach for it, pulling the threads. Now we're heating up the needles as it seems they're starting to lose the interest in the magnet. And they fall completely. If you hold magnet over matches, then no effect will follow. But if you let them burn out, they immediately require magnetic properties. And not only a big magnet, but with such a small one. How is this possible? Let's try again with color matches. At last, nothing comes out with them. Let's take 4 magnets and 16 steel balls. Now, we'll open up the plastic baseboard and place them inside as follows. Push a lonely ball to the nearest magnet and bam! All the balls have changed their position. And the extreme one flew out the baseboard at a decent speed. This is a real magnetic rifle. Pour some PVA glue into a bowl. Add some steel spraying and bright gouache. Mix the mass until smooth. And now add sodium and we'll mix it until the mass turns into real slime. But this is not just your ordinary slime. It's worth bringing a magnet and see what happens. Slime envelops any source of magnetism like a living slime. It's not easy to tear it off now. Holding the magnet at a distance, you can see how the slime seems to be pulling a tentacle towards it. Because of this, it really looks like something's alive. Just look how strongly this mass is drawn to the magnet. Much more interesting than your usual slime, right? Let's take a small plastic bottle, make a funnel out of a piece of paper, and pour some printer ink inside. Using a syringe, add alcohol inside until the bottle is filled. Close the lid tightly, and now put a magnet to the walls. Look what's going on inside. The magnet seems to purify alcohol from ink. They literally separate from each other. See how beautiful it can look, like a black waterfall that is directed upwards. All ink, no matter how well it has been stirred, will still be attracted to the magnet. Let's take another look at how quickly alcohol will become transparent again under the influence of a powerful magnet. An amazing sight, like a liquid hourglass. Let's take a new batch. Let's take a new batch of powder ink and mix it with oil. Pour a little in the glass, and with the help of a magnet, we will get an unusual drawing tool. We do not recommend repeating this trick at home. We will bring the magnet to the laptop screen and it immediately goes out. Even a small magnet is enough. But remember that it can end badly for technology. Mysterious things also happen to a smartphone. When a magnet approaches, the screen goes out and lights up again. Let's take an ordinary magnet. As you can see, it is perfectly attracted to iron. But what if we heat it up, the same way we heated the needles? After the magnet has become so hot, it's no longer attracted to iron. But even after it cools down, the magnetic properties will not return. Even another magnet can't move it anymore.